transition? I don't know. There we are. All right.
Hey!
And we're live. Welcome to episode 4 of Barovia Beckons, our Curse of Strahd interactive... Uh-oh. I'm hearing echo. Is that me?
No, Echo's running.
Yes.
Our interactive D&D Curse of Strahd charity stream where you can affect the game by donating and granting our beautiful players boons such as advantage. Wow.
Health potions?
Sure.
We got
Health
health
potions.
potion, I thought.
Mhm.
Yes, health
do.
potions,
Yes.
advantage.
Welcome back. He rebooted. Oh, nope. Still lagging.
Joe.exe.
Sorry, the alert box is going off in my ear and it's really loud. So thank you for all those follows. I believe those are our Facebook notifications because when I boot it up, they automatically start going off. So there's probably going to be like 20 of them. But welcome to the Nerd Asylum. Anyway, you can affect the game by donating, and when you donate, you gift health potions and or advantage to our beautiful players. Last time,
Yeah.
I'm just going to give it a minute because this is really distracting. But thank you for following the Nerd Asylum and joining this community.
We're excited that you're here.
I really should have booted this up before we went live, huh?
Surprise, everybody. That's what it's like to have tinnitus, by the way.
I believe it. Okay, I think that's it. Nope, there's another. All right. There's actually a couple more of these, so I think can I turn this off, the alert box sound? I think
Turn
I
it down
can.
for what?
Nope. Still going in my ears. Okay. Thank you, Streamlabs. I'm going to try to talk over this. So the last time our adventurers made it from Mulhessen on their way to Serloon, they ran into a interesting carnival on the side of the road, and they pulled over and investigated the carnival and found out that the witch that they were looking for in Serloon had moved her carnival from Serloon to this little clearing, and she is ready to prepare a tarot reading for them, and they have all been welcomed to take a seat at the table. So that's where we're going to pick up as soon as these alerts stop going off because there's so many of them and I can't hear myself think. So thank you for all those follows and welcome to the Nerd Asylum community. As I've already said, I wish there was a way to turn off that because it's really, really loud in my ears. Maybe I can just do this. I can hear myself talk, so I can hear myself think. All right. So we're going to pick up where we left off. You are sitting in the tent in the middle of the carnival. It's the big tent. And there is a table in the center of the room with our gypsy-looking woman who has introduced herself as Floor. And she has offered for you to take a seat. Shall we begin?
I sat down with Barry, the
Yeah.
baby owl bear.
Baby owl.
It's Kodak.
Yeah, and I had sat down too.
I reluctantly sit down.
I'm excited.
Suspect AF.
I'm excited.
Echo was just shaking.
Not stirred.
She
You're
killed a
shaking.
man!
Damn it.
Shaking like a chihuahua.
Shaken like I just did the other day.
Sure.
It was a very interesting carnival, yes. Some things have happened. But she grabs up a deck of cards and begins to shuffle them very ornately. She kind of flips the cards around in her fingers and they twirl around, and then she stacks them back in the deck and she sets them on the table. She grabs the top card and places it on the table. And grabs a second one and places it just in front of that one. And she grabs a third card and places it on the right-hand side. Then she grabs another card and she places it so that they are now facing north, south, east, and west. She shuffles the deck one more time and flips a card up into the air, and it lands on the table, face down, in the center of this pattern. So there are 5 cards.
Guys, that was weird. Did you see that? Guys.
Divination magic.
We saw it, Ivan. It's okay. Do you want to hold Barry Kodak?
Yes.
I pass Ivan the
That's the
giant
baby.
the baby.
So you are
I'm
holding
trying to look around it.
a very large baby owlbear.
I am manly because of this. Are you guys seeing my muscles as I hold the bear?
Yes, they are very impressive, Ivan.
Thank you.
The owlbear starts to nip at your earlobe with its little beak.
Oh no. 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 I gotta turn it around.
Floor reaches out her hand and pets the bear across the back of the neck in between the ears, and the bear just completely settles down. The owlbear just...
My baby.
It's fine.
Would you?
Just stops squirming and just kind of sits quietly. She says, now, if there's no more distractions... There it is. And she... and she grabs the first card and she looks at you all and she says, this card tells of your history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. And she flips the card and she says, oh, the 2 of stars. Look to the one who sees all. The treasure is hidden in her camp. Wait. I think that means the treasure is very close. Yes, it is. And she puts the card back down.
Is that for all of us?
Yes, she is doing this for all of you.
Okay.
She grabs the second card, the one closest to the group, the one in the northern position as she is sitting in the chair, and she says, this card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. She pulls up the card and she looks at it, and she turns it around and shows you the 5 of swords, and she says, ah, yes, look for a den of wolves in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. The treasure belongs to Mother Night. She puts the card back down. Are you ready for the 3rd card?
Yes.
You seem anxious.
Echo is taking copious notes.
Oh, thank God one of us is.
Like you really are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Our scribe.
I am scribe.
I can't wait to compare notes because mine are just weird words.
I also may or may not have an idea of what each of these cards mean, so.
Cool. Triggered.
She pulls the 3rd card up. This is the card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. She turns it around, revealing the 7 of coins. She says, what you seek lies at the crossroads of life and death, among the buried dead. She places the card down. She pulls the 4th card, the one on the southern position. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. She shows you the card, and without looking at it, ah, the King of Clubs is in your future. Find a girl driven to insanity, locked in the heart of her dead father's house. Curing her madness is the key to your success. She puts the card down. This final card is the key. The most important. But before I reveal this card, please know that your destiny is entirely in your hands. She pulls the card up and holds it out to you without looking at it. She says, the Queen of Diamonds. I see a secret place, a vault of temptation. Oh no. The owlbear goes crazy.
I'm like, I'm not ready for destiny. I don't want fate. Sorry, I freaked out, guys. I'm sorry. This kind of magic is very startling. I do not like it.
Divination magic.
It's magic. It's scary.
As the owlbear settles back down, she repeats, I see a secret place, a vault of temptation hidden behind a woman of great beauty. The evil awaits his tower of treasure. She grabs up the 5 cards and she stuffs them back into the deck. I hope you'll be able to remember all that.
Remember all of that.
Oh, good.
Take my quill and I tap my head. Remember all of that.
Echo is very smart.
Very smart.
It's no coincidence that you're all here together. Will you be staying this evening?
Oh God, no, maybe not. I don't. It seems like this thing is really wanting to go to bed. I should probably head on out of here.
Well, if you would like, there is a tent with 4 beds on the north end of the carnival. If not, no offense will be taken.
Kinda wanna sleep in a bed, guys.
Yeah, me too. I need some rest.
Sleep in a bed, guys.
Yeah. About that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If it's my jesters that bother you, I will make sure they are not around.
Please.
He is not okay.
Yes, he's fine now, but he is not okay.
The jester. And
tiefling
he is the
doesn't
jester.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I just said our tiefling doesn't really like the jester, so if you can keep them away, that'd be great for their safety.
Indeed.
Please don't punch the actors.
I can make those arrangements.
Thank you.
You'll find the tent quite comfortable.
Well, I've got some babies I gotta feed, so I'm gonna go. Ma'am, lady, if that is all right with you for me to remove myself and Kodak out of, as he's like already just starting to leave out of this chair.
I'm gonna go through my coin purse and kind of pull out a few gold pieces and try to hand them to her.
Thank you very much. She reaches out gracefully and takes it from your hand, and I appreciate the compensation.
Well, let's hope our fortunes aren't too dreary.
Remember what I said, and you shall be fine.
Remember what I said. And I tap Vex. Look around. And I look at Fleur, that was her name. Look around. And I point around the
The tent.
tent. I can't remember words,
That's
y'all.
all right.
Just gone. I'm an actual Kenku. I can't say any words unless they're spoken already.
She's finally ascended.
Is that ascension? Help! help!
You may have a look around, yes. I believe you have many questions. You each
Many questions.
seek something for yourselves.
Yes.
Ivan stops, like already like
Ivan, weren't
Damn
you
it.
looking for Fleur as well?
Yeah, but
Let's get her.
he like kicks the ground. He's like and goes back over there. I
I'll
do have babies to attend to. One of
will-
us has to be a responsible grown-up. And he hands you the book.
I take the book. Once I have my questions answered, I will help you take care of the babies.
You won't need to. I will have already done it. And you can just sleep. He just walks out.
I guess I'll find out everything I need to know about this book and then hold it over Ivan's head. Whatever. Accusing me of being a bad mother, jeez.
Get your priorities straight, Shiloh. We have a baby now. Your life ceases to exist.
I'm gonna kind of linger in the tent because I have to ask her a question.
Okay.
I mean, I'm staying there too.
Okay. So
Oh,
Ivan,
okay.
yeah, Ivan is the only one that's left at this
we're
point.
all-
Yeah, BRB.
While they're talking, I'm listening, but I want to like start poking around the tent.
Okay. So you're looking. Are you looking for anything specific, or are you just kind of looking around?
Because she's mentioned that the first thing, the history, would be somewhere close, I want to see if, I'm going to start fanning out. Doing a circle.
Okay. I want you to roll an investigation.
She's good at that with this character. Yay! I rolled a 1!
You rolled
Oh
a
my
one.
god.
So
It was
good
so
at it.
excited.
I was so excited. I never have a character that's good at investigation. It made it a 7.
Okay, so you are currently investigating the tent as the rest of them are talking.
I think I'm distracted listening to them, too.
So Shiloh, Vex, I'm sure you have many questions. Please, ask.
Vex, do you want to go first?
Oh, Shiloh, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll do mine, and then after you go, I will do Ivan's, apparently. Yeah.
You may find yours connected, Shiloh.
To Ivan's? Okay, cool beans. So I have a memory problem. And not just like a short-term memory problem, but like a long-term memory problem, and I don't remember what's happened in my life.
Sometimes that can be a blessing.
Cool beans. But the problem is I really kind of need to know.
Are you sure? Sometimes the answers we seek are not what we want.
I mean, I understand that, but there's too many unanswered questions, and I keep having dreams, and I feel like I need to know.
Then ask.
What happened to me, to my village?
A queen usurped shall dream swiftly tonight. She reaches out and attempts to touch you on the forehead. Are you doing anything?
I will not pull away.
Okay. You feel a warmth begin on your forehead and kind of just drain down your body quickly.
What did you do?
I have unlocked the past.
Do I remember anything, Joe?
Not right now. You just felt the physical warmth.
Cool beans. Thank you. Can you repeat what she said? A queen what?
A queen usurped will dream sweet tonight.
Sweet.
Oh, great.
Be the last sweet dreams you ever have.
Listen, Echo over in the corner.
Just begin rocking back and forth, just.
Vex, if you want to go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Floor, I was hoping that you might tell me about a raider that's hiding in Thunder Peaks.
Yes. The vengeance you seek will bring nothing but pain. But there is a camp in Thunder Peak. If you follow the trail to the tree shaped as a wolf, you will find the camp.
Echo, did you write that down?
Working on it.
I can't find my notepad.
Go to Thunder Peak, tree shaped as a wolf. We find the camp there.
Good job. Thank you. And back to you, friend, if I can stay.
I am holding Ivan's book and I hand it to her and go, "Can you tell us anything about this? I'm found something that I could
There it is. Yes.
What does that mean?
I think I was right. I think I was right. My own secret theories.
Are you sad that you went away now, Ivan? Are you sad?
No, I probably think it's probably for the best. That boy gets way overexcited.
You know, I knew that you were going to come, and I wasn't all prepared. And she reaches under her table and she grabs out a parchment, and she hands you the parchment. Ivan will need this, and so will Echo.
I take the parchment. Do I get the book back? She didn't. But grabby hands, hold on.
It's just sitting on the table.
Okay.
She never actually grabbed the book. She just saw it.
For not having fingers, she's pretty grabby.
She's very grabby. She has grabby claw hands.
Hey, be glad I'm not grabbing it with my beak. Like,
Could you imagine I go to reach for something, she just pecks at me?
I saw those pictures of when like eagles go to like capture fish in the water where they just bend completely in half and their wings do this weird thing, and I was like, I am terrified of them now. Like, oh my. So when you're like,
birds are scary.
well, yeah, now that puts it into context for me of how terrifying those talons are.
Props, bro. Props.
But what is this?
It's a decipher parchment.
I meant the book. I'm sorry.
The book is the Tome of Strahd.
That is because I am not.
I was
that
right.
character.
Who is Straw?
A very evil entity whom your destinies will cross with.
Can we just take that part out of our destiny?
That is entirely
I
up
don't
to
think It
you.
works that way.
Probably not, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask.
It was not in the cards.
It was not in the cards. Grab.
I hand the parchment to Echo and be like, "Hey, can I look at that after you?" Okay, I hand it to her.
Yeah. Echo immediately starts poring over it. Just stops looking around, doesn't care anymore, is looking at just poring over this parchment. And like starts to reach for the book.
I hand her the book. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I see her claws like just get into my vision, and I'm like,
I just have like a vision of like Ivan's dad, like, all right, this is really important. Do not lose this. Do not give it to anybody. We don't know what it is. And Ivan's like, yeah, here you go, guys.
I did basically sleep on top of it during night one, so.
Got good friends, Dad. Don't worry. It's all chill.
If I remember correctly, Ivan told us that his name was written on the book, right?
On the back of it, yep.
Gonna flip it over, and it says Ivandor, correct? I want to point at that and show it to Fleur. Ivandor.
Yes, your friend. What? Oh, thank you. Okay.
Open the book.
Sorry, the spirits, they speak to me sometimes.
Speak to me sometimes.
Why?
Open the book. Ivan Door.
Ivandor's destiny is crossed with Strahd, yes. This tome was probably handed down many generations.
Ivan Door. Why? Not offensively. I'm curious.
No, that's not. I didn't mean it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Just the
Mute
way.
yourself.
Perhaps the ties that bind us are beyond blood.
Ivan Door. I'm gonna take my parchment and take my book, and I think I'm gonna go find Ivan Door. I'm gonna go find Ivan Door. I'm gonna walk out of the tent and go find Ivan Door.
Okay. As soon as you walk out of the tent, you see that there are tracks that lead, and they're fairly like fresh tracks, Ivandor's tracks that lead back towards the carts.
If you were assuming Ivan was totally in the tent with all of the puppies all over him, you were correct.
Actually,
He's like trying to like hand out some of his rations, but he's just like, oh, this is a bad idea. I should not have been inside of the tent when I did this. Oh God, no. Oh, this is for everybody. No.
not the jerky, no.
Oh,
Actually,
wait.
I realized I didn't ask my question. My question for Fleur. Question 2.
We'll be back.
Will we? It's D&D. Will we?
You're right. You better ask your
Fair.
questions now.
Yeah. Something's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen, and we're never gonna come back to this place ever again. So Echo takes a step, stops, turns on her little birdie heel, and walks back into the tent.
Please tell me Echo wears boots.
Echo can't wear boots. They have talons.
Oh,
3-pronged boots?
Hey.
Terrifying.
Edward Scissor Claws over here, just tap, 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 tap across the floor.
Click, 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 click.
We all have pets. We know what
I
that sounds
only
like.
play characters that go click, 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 click when they walk across the floor.
that's a thing.
Welcome back, Echo. You had a question.
And I put down the tome and the decipher page, and I pull out my own notebook as I open it right now. And I point at the words Daylands. Like something about the phrase assassin Daylands.
You'll look to yourself for the answer on this one, she says.
Did you assassinate your master? Is that what we're finding out right here, right now? Is that we have a murderer with us?
Well, you already do have a murderer with us because I killed the jester with the ball in the dunk tank.
I didn't know that. Remember?
Yes,
I
you
wasn't-
did.
It's
Oh,
all
that's true.
adding up now.
Vex and I ran to you guys, and I'm like,
Oh,
"Is that
that's
okay?"
Oh, I didn't know he died. I thought he just like.
Oh, he
No, no,
died. Well,
he real
Fleur said
dead.
Fleur said she revivified him,
He is
Oh.
not okay.
but he had to die for her to have to revivify him.
Got it. Vex isn't too bright.
Apparently shallow.
Echo knows
is it
words.
either. I also punched a jester. I was in distraught.
You said no clowns.
Okay, so Echo sulkily picks up the book and the page and walks back out of the tent again.
Please know that I have to be very careful with divination magic, and the words I use are very specifically chosen. Remember to look to yourself.
Divination magic. And Echo nods.
Sweet dreams, she says.
Not scary at all.
I'm
I get up and
sorry.
leave.
I ran after her. I don't want to be in here alone with her.
As the two of you leave the tent, Echo, are you still in the tent?
No, I stopped
Okay.
to listen to her, and then I walked out.
Okay. As soon as the three of you will leave the tent, the carnival is pretty wound down. There's nobody there. You don't see the jesters. You don't see any other carnies running around doing anything. It's just completely dead.
Damn, I was gonna pickpocket.
You hear crickets all around and the hooting of owls as the sun finally sets behind the trees, casting a dark shadow over the carnival.
Oh, it just got spoopy up in this joint.
Ivan, you're in the
Yes,
caravan with the puppies, as it were, the wolves.
There's and the owl bear. Oh god. Oh god. It's like daddy daycare.
Oh no!
Straight up daddy daycare. He's like trying to wrestle them back in and like keep Kodak from running out. He's trying to figure out how to feed all these guys. Like I cannot hunt and I cannot be here at the same time.
We
I
killed
cannot
like
do
8
the
wolves
both of
last
them.
session.
I will not feed them their parents.
Oh fuck, you're right.
We also
Wow.
threw that to distract somebody, didn't we?
Like half of it, but yeet the meat
Eat the meat.
to the wyvern. I didn't even think about that. Holy shit!
I'm not gonna feed them their parents.
I guess my job here is done. We'll just let you guys make this dark and spoopy.
Sorry, it's kind of always in that mindset.
It's all good.
What we do. We're terrible.
Think like a DM.
The wolves begin to settle down and kind of go around in circles and kind of chase their tail for a second, and then settle down and begin to go to sleep.
Yeah, just gonna. Okay, all right, and he's just gonna get on out of there. Ah, yes, I deserve a drink.
Are we?
Where would I get one? I have to go into the tent. Oh, go, Kodak, calm down. No, back it. No, shh. It's like trying to close his beak.
Well, Echo was gonna head towards the caravan to meet you with your book and the new decipher sheet to read your book.
Yeah, so you guys kind of see each other as Echo is coming up to the caravan.
They're sleeping.
Sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, thank you. Did we? Oh,
Ivan Door.
yes, that's me. This is mine. Thank you.
And the parchment, decipher parchment.
He like picks it up, looks at it.
The runes are all lined up and they have common letters next to them, so you can spend time deciphering the tome.
His face goes just like blank and then very sad. This will take very, very, very long.
Help!
Yes, it'll be a lot of help. I just recently learned how to read very good.
Help!
Yes, I will help you.
I will help you.
That's my stupid dumb boy.
I love him so much.
Sorry, guys. Yes, that's what I said. I shall also help you.
I shall also help you.
Yes. Hands it back.
Help! And starts to walk away towards the where Fleur had said where the tent was going to be.
Right now?
Right now.
But I'm thirsty, and the babies.
Thirsty and the babies. Trying to figure out how those two things relate.
Yes, I would like to have a drink. And also, the babies are sleeping, and I do not want to leave them because Kodak is very much the, loud and running away.
Shiloh?
Yes, I should wait for her.
Shiloh? And Echo turns and continues to walk back towards the carnival. I will help you, Shiloh.
Yes! You're the awesome!
You'll notice that Kodak kind of follows behind Echo and then stops and looks back at Ivan.
Bed. Really just stretches back. Puts him back into the tent. Lays him down. Throws a blanket over him. Bed. Bed. No. Bed. Ugh. This is hard.
Echo goes and finds Shiloh.
I walked out of the tent and I'm kind of looking around with Vex.
And I'm looking for anyone to fleece.
Not helping you with that. I helped you with other things, but not in a sparse carnival, man.
You do,
Yeah, it's not crowded anymore, so.
Vex, you do notice that there are tents on the northern side of the carnival where she has kind of directed where your tent would be that look like they're kind of residential tents. Like people stay in those tents.
Okay.
You also see the games and stuff. They've just kind of been closed down, but if you wanted to go in there, they might have some stuff to look at. Shiloh, you see Echo at this point coming towards you.
Oh, hey Echo. Did you find Ivan?
I shall help you. Babies and thirsty.
Okay.
And I point.
Okay. Joe, is there a place for me to get some drinks around here?
Hey, that's my girl.
Nothing seems to be open. Everything has been shut down. And there's no visible people.
I'm going to go to the tent that she pointed us to see if there's maybe any drinks in there.
Yeah, as you peel back the tent flap, you see that there are 4 beds, one in each corner, and in the center there's a table with a silver tray and 4 tankards on it. There's also a slab of meat. You're not sure what kind of meat from this distance, but there's a big slab of meat, fruits, cheeses, and vegetables on the tray. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Meat.
I will take some meat and I will take 2 drinks and I will go join Ivan in the caravan.
Okay, so you grab the drinks, and as you're coming out of that tent and heading towards the caravan, Echo comes into the center area.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, you already had bumped
Yeah,
into her.
yeah,
Never mind.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
already-
I went there because she was like, Ivan needs a drink in her own special bird way. And I'm gonna head back towards where the caravan is so that I can give Ivan a drink and that we can watch these bebes.
Okay. Vex, what are you doing at this point?
I'm just gonna go back to the tent and eat, I guess, and have a drink or 2 in there.
Okay.
As soon as Echo realizes that the tent is available, Echo is going to go to the tent, grab some fruit or something to snack on, turn up a light, and start working on this notebook. Start working on this tome.
Okay. So you're spending some time deciphering.
Mhm.
Okay. So Vex and Echo are in the tent. Shiloh, you make it back to the caravan.
I wave a hand at Ivan.
He's like, no, you stay in bed.
You can hear from the covered wagon part of the caravan.
Okay, what if I lay down with you? Will you go to bed? Just lays down.
Starts nibbling on your earlobe again.
No.
Moves.
Shiloh gets into the caravan at this point.
You just see like just a tuft of fur and then just Ivan's head.
As soon as you pop your head in, the owlbear pops up and starts running in circles.
No, you're supposed to be sleeping. I scruff his feathers and his fur a little bit. And I'm like, come on, it's bedtime.
He gets comfortable and lays right on Ivan's throat.
Oh no, not there. And I move, I like push him off of Ivan's throat.
They mean it with love. They really do. They just don't know that they're choking us.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. Did you see that I put all of them to sleep? I did that.
Yeah.
I didn't put them to sleep. I just made sure that they didn't go anywhere, and then I think that they tired themselves out. I told a story.
I brought you a drink. I hand Ivan a tankard.
Oh yes, this is good.
I also brought some meat. I didn't know if you want.
He's already drinking. It's just like gushing out the side of his face.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to stay here. Oh, okay. I'm sipping on my drink as he does this to me.
Okay. Yes, Shiloh.
I didn't know if you wanted to stay here with the babies so that they'd be safe.
Yes, I do. But I also want you to be safe, and then I remembered that you are all very terrifyingly powerful, so I am not as concerned.
Oh. Would you like some meat? It was in our tent.
What? That was the meat from our tent?
I'd like some meat.
Oh shit, Doug! I get so excited every week about Doug, and we've been forgetting about him immediately. Oh shit, Doug! Hey, bud, friend. Yes.
I give Doug some of the meat. I don't know what's happening.
Doug grabs a little bit of the chunk of meat and he just sinks his teeth into it.
Oh, yeah, Jesus. All right.
Thank you.
Doug, you didn't have to stay in the caravan. You could have come out and talked to people.
Don't you need to speak with the Miss Floor person, lady, ma'am?
Yeah.
Floor? like the floor?
Should I go talk to her?
I mean, we just talked to her. Might be a good idea. Didn't you say you were going to have a job with her?
Yeah.
You
one
should
told me to go see her.
Doug, you got to think for yourself, buddy.
I know I'm not here, but I just do what I'm told.
God bless him. May Cord bless you. I shall escort you to the tent because I am a good friend, and you are a good friend, and this is what good friends do. Shiloh's a good friend because she brought me ale.
She didn't bring me ale.
Well, she would have if you were here maybe 5 seconds sooner.
I haven't moved.
What?
Oh my god.
Rails, he doesn't look around for his footprints.
No, he's been in the thing just sitting where you left him the entire time.
Jesus Christ,
Oh,
he's
but
terrifying.
no, we were in the merchant's one that we tied up because he had all the
Mhm.
puppies in that one.
Mhm.
Doug was in the third cart.
Oh, that's
and
right.
we
merchant
were-
stuff was in the second cart.
Yeah.
That's right.
I just figured we got to put a bell on Doug, guys.
Still love the idea that Doug is just sitting there while all of this stuff is happening, that completely just like part of the wall, part of the scenery, just watching everything.
It's like
Poor
Family,
wallflower.
it's like Family Guy, and there's like the whole carnival, and it's all insane and crazy, and it's Stewie, and he's just sitting on the couch, like, man, maybe I should have gone to that thing.
That's entirely true. I forgot that the wolves were in the different one. I thought you were in yours. That's my fault. I broke
It's
immersion.
fair. It was more space in our cart. We probably should have done that, but
Could have,
Ivan's
yeah.
Ivan. He's good at other stuff.
I mean, Doug could have wandered over eventually. He's gonna get hungry,
No,
I would hope.
it's canon. It's canon. Doug eventually just immediately appeared.
Yeah, he just materializes
Right,
behind
right
us when we forget about him.
He's got to have buku stealth, like a 1,000 stealth.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. So Ivan, are you taking Doug to go see Floor?
He's like already doing it. What? Yes.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye,
I will stay here
Shiloh.
with the babies. Bye, Doug. I hope you get your answers.
Did you get your answers?
I don't know yet.
Not very good answers then, huh?
We shall see.
God, sometimes when I wish I was somewhere just so I could write down things to use for later.
God, I love him.
Doug has the best lines.
I've seen some shit.
I will only speak in Dougisms from now on.
It was nice knowing you, Shiloh.
Bye.
So, Ivan,
Yes, Doug.
are you gonna finish that?
I was planning to, but
Okay.
You can have it.
Well, I don't want to be an inconvenience.
I don't know what that means, but I will give this to you because we are friends.
My sweet boy.
Thank you, Ivan. I'll speak kindly of you forever.
I will speak of your great stories of fighting a Dracolich for as long as I think that I will live. Unless I have some weird Shiloh thing happen where I forget all of my memories, then I will not remember and I cannot share your stories.
It's a
But as
Shiloh
long
thing.
as I remember, I shall sing praise of your stories.
Okay, sounds like a good deal.
I also think this is a good deal amongst friends.
At this point, you reach the tent. I'm gonna go in and talk to Floor. Thank you for walking me here.
Are you going to be okay in there by yourself?
Why
She
wouldn't
has,
I be?
She has the magics.
Is that a disease?
I'm not sure. It seems like it only affects certain people more, but I guess you can learn about it. And, there's a lot of things. I'm scared of her. I'm not scared. That is not the correct word. But I cannot think of another word to replace it at this moment.
Doug reaches his hand up and puts his hand on your shoulder and looks up, and you see the like grayed out wide white eyes, and he just... Bravery is not the absence of fear, Ivan. That's all I've got for you. He's gonna take his hand down and he's gonna open the tent and go inside.
Oh, Doug.
Okay.
He was the best of us, and now we'll never see him again.
Most innocent, purest thing ever. It's like, bye, Dandelion.
I doubt that we would ever see him again, but
You're
I'd certainly
right.
hope we do see him in a positive way.
Probably not. Listen.
Probably not, but I can hope.
So you are standing outside of the main tent now, Ivan. Shiloh, you are staying with the wolves.
And
And
my sweet, sweet berry.
Your owlbear. And Echo and Vex, you are in the tents. You're studying. Vex, you're just kind of relaxing and chilling.
Oh, no. I'm making poison.
Oh, okay.
You did buy poison this morning.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
true,
did.
she did.
Oh, God,
I'm in
you're
the corner, like, whistling like I'm cooking, but I'm really creating something to kill someone.
Vex is over here making a meth lab, just like if I spill it, everyone will die who touches it, but that's okay. I love you, Vex. You're so sketch. Oh God, I love it.
Like, wholesomely sketch.
Just wholesome sketch. No BD.
I'm like whistling.
All right. Well, nothing really eventful happens for a couple hours. You're able to just kind of relax and do your thing. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no!
I don't like
Already?
that.
While we're sleeping?
Rude.
Oh hell yeah! Actually, this may not be a good thing. I don't know.
Oh, I got new clickety clackities.
Do I really want a high initiative on this? Do I?
Oh shit! I spilled them everywhere, guys. Why do I do this?
15 for me.
Vex, you said 15?
Yes.
Okay.
2.
Shiloh got a 2.
I
No,
think you said 52.
Echo got a 2.
And no, Echo got 22.
Oh.
22.
Ooh, nice
dope.
little bird.
Echo 22. Shiloh, what did you get then?
I got a 4.
4.
Nice. I got a 4.
And Ivandor got a
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. Okay.
My legs are asleep because this owlbear has decided to put most of its weight on my legs as I'm like sitting there, and I'm like,
So if we
like-
fight, you're just gonna fall when you get up.
yeah, get out.
You lay down and like the owlbear's like laid like across your legs and like all curled up like right in that curve of your knee right there.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
there's no way you can feasibly move.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to gnaw off my own legs.
Guys,
So-
I forgot I named my weapons. Sorry, I can't wait to use Nutsinger.
So what I had you roll initiative for is Shiloh, you're the first to find sleep.
Oh.
Out in the caravan with your owlbear cuddled up next to you and nothing really going on outside, you hear the crickets and sleep just kind of catches up with you and you doze off. You kind of wake up, but everything is really, really, really fuzzy. You smell the stench of wet grass and muck, and your feet feel wet. You begin to walk very slowly and kind of your feet stick into the mud, and you find that you are wading through a stinking mire when your foot suddenly catches on something. You reach down slowly and pull whatever caught your feet out of the muck, revealing a silver crown. The crown melts in your hand, and your hand begins to melt. And you look up your arm, and your arm is beginning to melt as well until your vision just kind of slops down like you have liquefied, and you wake up in a cold sweat.
Oh my god.
Gums your bar.
Vex, you are the next to fall asleep. After making your poison and kind of settling down for the night and laying down, you find yourself sleeping. And then you wake up and everything around you is a burning primordial hollow. It's like a void, but there's this burning void around you. And in the very center of this massive void, what seems like miles and miles away from you is this pool, this massive pool of dark liquid. And you can hear it calling your name, Vex. Vex. Vex, come to me. And you start floating towards this pool and sinking into this massive black viscous pool of almost like mercury looking liquid. And as you're sinking into this liquid, you hear these silky smooth promises of immortality. And just as your eyes go underneath and everything goes black, you wake up in a cold sweat.
Do I see Shiloh awake?
I'm in the caravan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you wake up, this is all going to time so that you all wake up at the same time. So everybody
Okay,
will
gotcha.
see everybody that's together wake up.
Okay.
And then Ivandor, you are the third to fall asleep. After everything settles and you lay down in the bed, you find sleep and you wake up. Where's Ivandor? There it is. Okay. A distant ringing sound in this white brightness grabs your attention and grows louder and louder and louder. And there's nothing around. It's just this white, bright light everywhere. And this ringing starts to sound less like ringing and more like a solid tone. Like someone is singing like a very high note and it's just continuous. There's no stopping for breath. It's just a really high note. Really, really high pitched. And it's just continuing and continuing. And it's getting louder to the point where it brings you to your knees. And you're covering your ears. But no matter how hard you cover your ears, that tone continues to ring louder and louder until you shatter like glass into a million pieces. Each piece grows into a tiny you. So there's like thousands of little tiny Ivandors.
This is some Evil Dead shit.
A black, shadowy figure pops up into this white void, and you swarm it. All the little yous swarm around this black figure. And then you wake up. Dad, can I sleep on the couch? Why do you want to sleep on the couch? You can sit on the couch for now. You're not sleeping on the couch. And then Echo, you are the last to fall asleep. As you're trying to translate this book, you're just so focused, and then finally sleep catches you and you fall asleep on the book.
I fully intend to pull an all-nighter, and then it just doesn't happen.
You wake up in a library of sorts. It's a very fancy library, maybe something that you're a little familiar with. There are many, many, many scribes bent over on these bench-like tables that go for what seems like miles. And you begin to walk by the tables. There's a table on the right and a table on the left, and you're like walking down this center aisle of all these scribes writing in these books. They are wearing hoods and they're just bent over writing, and you begin walking down this aisle, and as you look to the books, you notice something very peculiar. You stop and you focus in, and the one that you're reading is a day that you recall. So they're writing down events in your life. You walk a couple more, and you notice that each of these scribes is writing different events and documenting your life. Almost simultaneously, they stop writing, and they all look up, and they turn their heads without their turning their bodies towards you. And you can see underneath the hoods that these heads have no faces. And then you wake up. And at this moment, everybody has had their dream. Everybody wakes up. Shiloh, you are in the caravan by yourself when you wake up.
Oh. She's probably just gonna like sit there and look at like the sleeping cubs and everything and just like contemplating her life before she pulls out her book to do some writing. Do I feel that warmth that Flora did to me earlier, or is that gone?
It just kind of washed over your body and then was gone.
Okay. Yeah. I will wait for Ivandor because he left me here.
I Fell asleep outside the tent. I was waiting for
Outside
Doug.
our tent?
I was waiting for Doug.
Oh, Doug. Oh, no. Oh, no, where's Doug? Now we're concerned about Doug.
If you are waking up outside the main tent, when you wake up, Ivandor, you specifically look where the tent was, and you notice that there is no tent there.
Alrighty then.
As you turn your
Was-
attention to look around, you'll notice that none of the tents, none of the stands, none of the stalls are there. And when you look towards where the tent that they were staying in is at, there's just 4 beds, and they bolt upright.
Like us 4?
Mm-hmm.
He's like wiping his eyes like, the fuck?
Do we see this? Like, when we wake up and sit up, is this what we see as
When
well?
you wake up, you see that everything around you except for the beds is
Oh.
gone.
You guys just see Ivan just like the whole fucking Pulp Fiction meme with fucking John Travolta where he's just like and he looks at you guys like I know I did not drink that much.
Is Shiloh in the bed with us?
No, I'm off the caravan.
Do we see the caravan?
From where you're at in the northern part, you can't see the caravan. You can see the path that leads to the road. But you're in like this clearing, and there's trees all the way around, and then there's like a little clearing hallway or pathway that leads to the road that you were on. So from
Also
where
don't
you're
have dark
at,
vision.
yeah, it's because of the angle, not because of the.
Shiloh.
Echo?
Yeah, we should do that. Come on.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Look at Vex too.
I'm okay. I just don't know what happened. Let's get out of here.
See, I don't trust the magics like this.
Don't trust the magics. Grumpy.
You're different, Shiloh. You're different, Echo.
I see how it is. No, you're the Freudian slip. I got you. No, okay.
on blush.
Blush.
It's different. You, I trust. Actually, I'm still afraid of you too. Very strong.
Afraid of you too.
Oh,
You
there's
I
nothing
trust.
to be afraid. Yeah,
You I
you should trust me. I'm very good with being trusted for most things. Yeah, for
Shiloh.
most things.
So,
Yeah.
Joe, was I able to make poison? Did I actually make a little bottle of it?
Yeah, you've got 2 vials.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I think you bought enough for 2 vials. I think I wrote that down. Pretty sure it was.
I actually did not write that down. So
What are you doing, Star?
it wasn't my thing. I wrote down that she bought poison in a drug deal type interaction, and that was it.
A drug deal.
That's what you were acting
wrong.
like.
Yeah, that's what she
She's
did.
not wrong at all.
Just saying.
Yeah, you got 2 vials.
Okay. There goes the puppies.
Did you just say there goes the puppies? Are you gonna poison our
minute.
dogs?
Weird watching Doug, puppies, and Owlbear. How big is our entourage now?
Listen,
Doug is
Doug
gone.
is missing. Doug is
Again.
gone.
I think
For
Doug just
now.
doesn't exist at night, is what it seems like.
He's an NPC who goes back to his post and just reappears somewhere else when you need him.
He despawns and then respawns.
He logs
Every
off for the night.
Shiloh?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get going.
Let me go back.
Did
to
you all
the-
have weird dreams too?
What?
Did you
Weird
guys have
dreams,
weird
too.
dreams? I'm gonna tell them about my dream and say, can I hear about yours?
Yes. It was just very white and very loud. And then weird.
Okay.
Ivan is my favorite person ever right now.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
He doesn't know how to process emotion and say things and say words.
He's so much smarter than he talks, guys.
When you ask Echo about it, Echo seems to have trouble figuring out how to express it.
Act it out, Echo.
And Echo mimes writing.
I was just gonna say she could just write it. She is very good at that.
She had a nightmare you were riding.
Mm.
What? No. I mean, I don't know. I was not there in the dream.
Yeah, you were there. How do you know?
But I think that Echo means she would like to write it down.
And yeah, Echo writes down a very short, like somewhere it's like,
Okay.
I was in a library. There were scribes. They were writing my life. When they looked up, they had no faces. And then I woke up.
The end.
The end. By Echo.
It's gonna be a
The
big
end has
seller.
a question mark at the end of it.
We got beat, boy.
Hey, you want to do a dab on stream? Oh,
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 there you go. What, did you want to do one too? No? You're too shy? That's alright. You can say hi.
you don't want none of this. We're
Come
beefing.
and say hi to us. Hello.
I couldn't beef with her. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
she's adorable.
I couldn't beef with her.
So is the caravan getting ready to go?
Well, the unconscious body of the driver in the front is still tied up and hogtied.
Whoops.
Oh shit.
wait, weren't there more people on this caravan besides that guy and us?
No one's looking for him. Let's just start there.
The
We're
front wagon is already gone.
Oh shit.
Bitches.
Damn, they didn't even wait.
Okay. We won't panic because we can figure this out.
I go knock on the door, like Sheldon style, like three knocks, three knocks, three knocks.
You start knocking and
No, wait.
No, I don't knock actually, I peck at it. I like tap it with my beak.
And the dogs go crazy.
Oh no, you're right!
That's exactly. I was like, no, wait. But it was too late.
Too late. Echo doesn't know what dogs do.
oh, no,
We'll find out.
So you do that, the dogs start barking and Shiloh jumps because she was not expecting the noise at this hour.
Are you okay? Oh no. I
no,
just
they're
goes
gonna
in there, just trying to crawl. Okay. Shh. I have jerky.
And they go wild again.
Oh shit!
With the pepper.
I'm like holding up my
Not
book
good
so
jerky.
nothing.
He never got to eat it.
Oh, you're right.
You still have it though.
I'm giving it to the babies.
Oh, well, okay.
I really wanted the jerky too.
Oh, God, my head.
This.
Oh, fuck that guy.
And he's unconscious again.
Jesus.
Ivan Door, we can't keep hitting people.
I'm sorry, it was a reflex. He scared me.
He
That
is not
guy-
okay.
That guy maybe. He's kind of an asshole, but where were you? Like, I thought you were coming back here last night.
I did. I was waiting for Doug, and then Doug did not come back, and I don't remember falling asleep. And then I had a very uncomfortable dream.
Did too.
Everyone seems to have uncomfortable dreams, and I'm not blaming anyone, but if I did, it would start with F and end with or.
Floor.
I didn't say that, you did.
That's fine. I'll say it for you, honey.
Divination magic.
What was everybody's dream about?
I hand you my notebook.
Thank you. It seems like you've gone over this already without me. Oh, interesting.
The end,
That
question mark?
sounds terrifying. And I hand you back your notebook.
Mine was drowning in a black mercury type lake with someone whispering at me about immortality. Ugh.
Do you want to be immortal?
Well, our people, that's what we try to attain to be. But that's kind of why I'm here.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Is mortality not for, the gods?
Well, our undying court, they stay alive forever, and that's what most of the Ariani try to do, but it's been corrupted.
What is undying and what is the Murray that you were talking about?
Ariane.
Ariani?
No, the thing that you were drowning in.
Oh, Mercury?
Yes.
Well, like tar. We'll say tar.
That is very hot.
But it wasn't hot like that. It was just thick liquid that was black.
Like mud.
Just go with it.
Sure. It's like mud.
It does not seem like something you want to get in your lungs.
Yeah, definitely not. It's like watery mud.
Okay, is Vex half elf or elf?
Elf.
Elf. Okay.
You think you're better than me?
Ivan's half elf. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
pure blood.
Like, I knew we had one. I knew we had the other.
Hair flip.
It's true. I'm so human.
Thank you.
So I guess we better get going, guys.
Do we still have horses on the cart?
The horses are still there, yes.
Oh, thank God.
I was like, wait a minute. I guess we're tying Barry to the cart and he's gonna pull us.
Should we untie the other horses from the other cart and just take this one?
Sure.
We could also move the babies into the bigger cart. And then they'll have more room to not be on top of me.
We could do that. What do we do about all the rest of the stuff in this cart? Do we just leave this man hogtied? I know that's what you want to do, Ivan, but I don't think it's a good idea.
No, we shall bring him to the authorities because this is in the realm of law. He is breaking the law, so we shall return him to the law to be punished by the law.
Hey,
In translation, this makes no sense. But yes, we will bring him to the right people who will bring
Hey,
justice
Joe.
on him.
Yes.
would I know if this man was actually breaking the law?
What would you roll for that? I guess roll history?
I guess so. I can do that. 15.
You don't recall any specific law that he would have broken. However, ethically, there should be a law that he has broken.
I mean,
So that's kind of where you're at with that.
okay. Well,
This is going to be fun explaining this to Ivan.
Ivan, I'm not sure if he actually broke a government law.
A what?
Oh God. Have you ever been arrested?
I'm writing that down.
I have rested. Yes, many times. I
Have
just
you-
rested last night.
Okay, have you been in trouble with any guards before?
Yes.
Okay. What did you do that you got in trouble?
I hit I hit a lady. I I pushed a guy,
Okay.
but he was the mayor, and what I understand is like a earl.
You pushed an earl.
Yes, he was being rude.
You know what? There's no reason for me to explain this. Yes, he probably broke an ethical law. Let's just go. Don't worry about it, Ivan. It's been a weird night for me too. Let's just go.
Okay.
Help. Find help.
We're gonna go to the next town over, Echo, and see if we can, I guess, find a shelter for these poor bebe dogs. Not the owlbear. The owlbear is ours.
Does anyone else know how to drive a cart?
I don't think I'm proficient in. No, I am proficient in 0 tools.
Hey, same. It's okay. You can do it.
Cool. I guess I'll drive the cart.
I mean, it's not that complicated. You
Okay.
sit on a little bench up front, and you kind of, snap the reins, and the horses
Oregon Trail
go.
song starts playing.
It's just kind of. There's just one singular road that goes between Mulhesson and Saarloon, so it's not like you have to navigate or anything.
Then yeah, Shiloh will sit up and drive the horses.
Okay. Yeah, drive the horses.
Are we in the merchant's wagon, or are we getting back into our original wagon, if it's there?
Yeah, there'll be 2 people need to drive. If we
We're
do
gonna
that.
have 2
Yeah, I'll do that.
wagons.
Yes, I will drive the other wagon. Steer, not drive. That sounds weird. I'm on the range. I'm on the range.
So
He has a straw hat.
Shiloh's gonna drive the front one. Ivan's gonna drive the back one. Whereas Echo and Vex want to be.
Echo will actually probably be in the wagon that doesn't have the animals, so that they can continue to decipher.
You can
So-
come sit here with me and you can tell me what you decipher.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in the animal free.
Oh, good. All by my lonesome driving the animal field.
You're not alone. You have Barry. Barry can sit up there with you.
No, I'm talking about somebody to watch the animals.
Fine.
Okay,
Just
we're
let him run
behind
wild.
you.
Let him
We're
run
beh-
wild in the back.
We're behind you. We'll see him run out.
Fall off the back as I'm going.
Oh, you lost one.
Lost another one.
There goes.
Just gone.
Ivan's just panicking.
I can't do anything. Everybody left me.
So yeah, you begin to steer the horses along the road, and you're traveling for about an hour. It's fairly early morning as the sun begins to rise above the horizon in the distance. A thick mist can be seen in front of you.
I'll yell back to Ivan and go, hey, we have mist up here, just so you know, and you're not surprised, and I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Hard, and I missed.
So yeah, you continue into the mist, and at first it's very thin and hovers low to the ground. It kind of reminds you of the mist that you saw in the basement of the temple.
Cool beans.
Well, I still have a familiar, y'all. Not that it's been relevant lately. There's also a raven flying around.
Yet another animal on this caravan
The
of
familiar doesn't
animals.
count. It
I know,
obeys
no,
me.
I know.
It's technically a fae or a celestial if I want it to be.
Call it for what it is. It's a slave.
It's a mini me.
No. Okay, we're gonna keep going through the misty mist.
I have to see Echo look at the raven and say, "You complete me."
It hasn't come up yet, but the familiar's name is Copy, by the way.
Echo and copy.
Echo and Copy.
Alright.
So you continue on for about another hour before the mist begins to kind of grow thicker. And you're going into this mist that you saw a while ago. So go ahead. You had a question?
We technically did a long rest, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
good to know.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
'cause
did.
I
That
forgot we
would
took
have been
damage.
bad.
No.
The dreams did not affect your long rest.
Ooh, that means I get portions.
So, yep. The mist begins to get thicker and thicker until it's almost soupy-like, and you can feel it kind of caressing your skin, and it's very cool, and it's almost heavy as it weighs you down. You can't see but like 10 feet in front of you at this point. So, Shiloh, you can see the horses just in front of you. Ivan, you can't see the cart in front of you. You can just see the horses in front of you.
I'm gonna yell out to Shiloh to stop.
I hear that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
absolutely.
like, okay. Yeah, I'll stop.
Okay. Hey, Echo, do you happen to know of some sort of
What?
spell to see maybe in this, or blow this away, or make it go away, or make
Echo
the
pulls
sun
out
come
a-
out?
Echo pulls out a book with a lot of arcane writing in it and starts flipping. Starts flipping.
How much attention can I give you? You have all of it. Hmm? Oh.
Shaking her head no.
That's a negative.
Echo, you'll notate suddenly that because you have a connection to your familiar, right? You can kind of sense where your familiar is
Yeah,
at.
within 100 feet. Yeah.
You get the sense that your familiar is still available, but has kind of that connection feels like there's some kind of static or interference.
Like I would need to summon it again, or like it's been kind of.
It's not like the familiar is gone, but the connection between you is being interfered with. Like almost if you were in a like talking on a walkie-talkie and it was very staticky, you could still hear the talking, but you can't make out that kind of connection.
I'm gonna like hold up a claw and kind of tell it to come to me.
It flies down and lands on your
Oh.
talon. And as it comes closer, that connection gets stronger.
But the static is still there.
It's when it lands on your hand, that static is gone, but
Okay.
as it's away, it's really strong, and then as it comes closer, that static or whatever kind of dissipates.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna get out.
I'm going to. I just want to like hold a firebolt in my hand. Does that help with seeing anything?
It lights up a small area, but the fog is so thick that it really doesn't permeate through the fog or the mist. It lights up the immediate area, and you can see the lighting effect, but you can't see past this fog.
Okay, I'll.
Shiloh, I am
Yes.
coming to you. Do not move. I will be there in a few short moments. And he's gonna go to his bag
Okay.
and grab out some rope, and he's gonna tie it to himself.
While this is going on, I'm gonna put copy on my shoulder, and I want to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay, and that takes
10
10 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, while they're up there tying ropes and doing things.
Gotcha. And you're doing that in the back of the second cart, right?
I think I'm in the front of the second cart because Ivan wanted.
That's right.
Ivan wanted me to tell him what I was reading, but there's literally no way for me to tell him what I'm reading. And the owlbear won't hush.
That's all right.
And so, like, yeah, he's gonna tie it to the cart. Are the animals okay? Are the horses all right?
As far as you can see the horses, and they don't
They're not
seem
spooked. Okay. Yeah, cool. All right, just kind of that way I can find myself back. And all right, I'm gonna try and go where I think Shiloh is.
Okay.
Shiloh,
Yes. Marco.
who's Marco? Did you name one of the puppies without me?
No, no, never. I'm like, shh, Marco, it's fine.
I named one also. I named him Rue.
Oh, that's cute.
It is not.
Okay, it's very strong. You're right. How dare I think a thing?
Vex, what are you doing at this point?
I'm trying to listen, and I jump out of the cart and I'm trying to kind of scout around, see if I smell and hear anything.
Stop
weird.
it!
The traitor has come. That was Shiloh telling the puppies to stop it.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's very atmospheric. The owlbear is starting to
Very
kind
loud.
of be agitated. So are you staying by the cart, or are you wandering off to the side of the road? Where are you going, Vex?
I'm not too far. I'm just right by the cart, but I'm just trying to see if I perceive anything out there.
Okay. As you're looking around, you can only see about 10 feet out in front of you. It's just a very thick, misty fog that seems to have almost like a big, thick, fluffy cloud has just come down from the sky and just sits on top of the land. It doesn't feel ominous or scary. It's just thick and you can't see anything. There's no
Okay.
magical glittering or anything like that.
So it doesn't seem unnatural. It seems like a natural fog.
From everything that you can see and feel, yes.
I'm about to find out.
Don't find out.
So I'm gonna get back in.
Okay.
Ivandor, where are you?
I'm in the fog, Shiloh. I'm coming to you.
Damn.
Ivandor, it takes you about 2 minutes. That's it to get from one to the other.
I have enough rope for that? Holy shit.
Oh yeah, you guys
That's
were.
okay, I'm just moving
Usually
really
like
slow.
50 feet of rope.
Yeah. It
I
only.
don't know what 50 feet of rope looks like in real life. Don't, come on, guys.
So yeah, you get to the back of the lead cart. You can hear the puppies, or puppies. Now I'm calling them puppies. The baby wolves in the back of that cart.
Puppies, what are you talking about?
They are whimpering and whining.
Oh.
Oh,
What the purpose?
I do not have food for you right now, puppies. Okay. I'm gonna tie it to the back so it's tied by the rope. Actually, I'm gonna pull it till it's taut.
Okay. You pull
And
it, and you feel like you have about 20 more feet of slack.
Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna tie it like that, and then I'll be right back, and I'm gonna run up to Shiloh. Shiloh,
Yep.
it is very hard to see, and I do not think it is safe to continue forward because I do not know where we are going, and we could very much, I don't know, drive into a lake or a lava monster or off a cliff into trees. We could get lost off the path. We should perhaps wait until this is past.
You want to set up camp here?
It's very hard to see, and I would much rather we're all in the same area at the same time, just for safety.
Okay.
I'm going to bring the cart closer, and maybe we can feel around for a tree and cool off for a little bit.
Okay.
At this point, you hear a snap and a pop of the wood in the back of the cart, and you hear the pitter-pattering of wolves scampering out the back.
Oh
No,
no!
I go running.
The babies!
Ivan and
Yeah,
Shiloh.
panic.
Panic.
You get around to the back of the cart, and you can't see anything. By the time you get around there, they have already taken off to the side of the road, and you hear the whimpering and the whining and the pitter-pattering of them running off the side of the road into the woods.
Ivan runs and then stops.
Ivan, don't go.
Is the owlbear still there?
Yeah, is Kodak still there?
Kodak is just kind of looking and sniffing at the edge of the caravan.
Can we
there.
hear any wolves out there?
You don't hear any wolves howling or anything. You just and Echo and Vex, you can hear the pitter-pattering of the wolves running south the way you guys came from, past your cart.
Okay.
They're on their own.
Would I have finished detect magic by now?
You probably got about 2 more minutes.
Ivan, what do we do?
It is not safe, Shiloh. They are wild animals, and the wild mother has a way of these things.
Yeah, I don't think it's safer for you guys to run in there.
Lower lip quiver.
Barry sits down
Kodak.
and Kodak Barry Kodak
Very Kodak.
Barryak
Very
sits down and just starts whimpering.
I will climb into the back with him and just hug him close.
He's shaking pretty good.
I'm gonna sniff the air.
It smells like pine.
Like the trees around us.
Yeah. I do not understand why he is whimpering, but the wolves were also whimpering, and I am a little bit concerned. I'm going to go and pull the cart closer.
Okay. I will stay here with Barry Kodak.
No, you shall come with us.
I will take Barry Kodak with you.
Come on. We're all
Okay.
going.
As soon
All of
as you
us.
hop off the cart with Barry Kodak in your hand, in your arms, the horses in the front, you hear them whinny, and you feel the cart lurch forward. I need Vex and Echo to make dexterity saving throws.
Oops.
They were in the second cart.
It was
They were
tied to the
tied.
first cart.
And I pulled a taunt.
You.
Thanks.
Hey, I am smarter
It's fine. I
than you
rolled
think
well.
I am, guys. Now they know.
I got a 21, thank God.
Okay,
I think I did too. Let me see my deck save. Yeah, well, I got a 22 actually.
there you go.
Wow.
So
A
you,
Dixie bird.
you
That's
feel
all I've got.
the cart lurch forward, and you're able to kind of like brace yourself and stay steady, but the cart definitely lurches forward, and your horses, you can hear, are starting to kind of get restless, and you hear them stomping their hooves into the ground.
Oh, It'll
Should we get out?
interrupt detect magic, I'm sure, but I'm gonna hop off.
Me
Like it's
too,
not
I'm
worth it.
jumping
This
out.
is clearly not natural. I'm gonna hop off and like find my.
You can
friends.
see for about 10 feet, so you can see
Okay.
the cart. It's not like you're completely blinded. You can see for about 10 feet. So
I've still got stuff in my hand, like books and stuff where I've been almost done with my ritual, and I'm just like,
Do you have to restart it?
magic. Divination magic. Magic.
Okay.
the horses in the front at this point again whinny, and you can hear them neighing in it almost sounds like a very panicky tone, and they lurch forward, pulling the front cart forward, and the back cart, the horses begin to whinny and start stomping forward, and they take off into the fog.
Shit.
With the carts?
Both carts.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Thank God
God.
the puppies got away.
Yeah. I'm gonna. As soon as that starts happening, are we? I'm gonna cut it. Cut the rope.
The
You
two cards
tied
aren't
to
stuck
it?
together.
Yeah. That seems like someone's gonna get fucked up by that.
Like
And I
you?
don't want it to be us.
Yeah.
Yes, because if they're coming this way and if they start running that way, that is now a clothesline.
I'm going to have you roll an attack.
Okay.
It's an inanimate object, so it's going to be a low DC. I think it's like 10, but
Okay. It's a natural 14.
okay. So you're able to hit that rope and slice through it pretty easily, and now the carts are separated, but both
Yeah,
groups
I'm
of
gonna-
horses have taken off.
I'm gonna push her out of the fucking way and get us off the road. Get off of the road! He says as he like cuts it and then like tries to push you out as he's like moving.
Yeah, just as you get pushed, Shiloh, and as you're moving to the side, the horses from the back cart zoom past you, and the cart kind of careens down the road.
Echo Vex!
You hear them shout, Echo and Vex.
Ivan door.
Oh, thank God you're not on that thing.
Hey, Ivan. Remember
Yes?
that guy we were gonna take to justice?
Shit!
I was just thinking, I was gonna say something about that. He's gone. He's gone. He gone.
Oh, He probably real did.
He real did. He's at least got like 3 concussions at this point.
Ivan may have killed a man.
All right. Okay. Vex, Echo, don't move from where you are standing. And if you are standing near each other, stand closer together. And I will follow. And do not touch the rope. I will follow it back. He's gonna try and follow the rope back.
Yeah, you were only standing about 30 feet apart.
Cool.
So you're able to get to the point where you can now see them 10 feet away from you, and you are all now standing in the road with this thick fog surrounding you.
So I'm just gonna go and make an observation, but our things are on that cart, are they not?
Oh. All of my stuff was on me.
Mine were not.
What did you have on that cart, man?
All of the things I don't want to carry. They're very cumbersome, like a backpack. I put down the shield. You wouldn't need a shield when you're driving. So
Hold out his book, because I had the book. I was working on the book, and it was on my person when I jumped off.
The tent. I think I have some rations from last week still in there. I had this really cool rock that I found, and I really liked that one. I found this knife. That one, it was kind of rusty, but I think I could have fixed it. Anyways.
It's fine, Ivan.
Something spooked the horses.
And the puppies. And Barry Kodak's.
Barry is still shivering. Barry Kodak is shivering.
It is probably best for us to be on our guard. And now that we're closer together and that there is less
Distance?
Big things, we can perhaps move more quietly and we can move forward. But we need to be very careful.
Yes.
Very careful.
Yes.
Okay.
Shall we push ahead? Should we tie ourselves together so that we don't lose each other? What's happening?
Yes, as he's holding the rope.
I don't think that's a good idea because if something happens, we're all going to be tied together and fall. Let's just stay close
What
to each
about
other.
if we just hold the rope?
We can hold the rope.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Instead of tying it to ourselves.
The last thing I want is
Ivan's already tied it to him
Ivan, it can be tied to you. We will hold on to the rope.
because I am strong.
Yes, and because you need both hands for weapons.
It is true. It is so true. I can also use one hand.
Yeah, Ivan, do you want to go first then?
Of course.
The hesitation.
Barry and I will be behind Ivan.
And Echo slides in behind Shiloh, just like clutching the rope.
I thought you were about to say you were clutching her tail and she was probably going to be like, hey now!
No, okay, like one hand on the rope, maybe one hand on your cloak.
Okay, that's fine.
Not gonna go for the tail, but maybe the cloak.
Vex, you're taking up the rear?
Yes.
All right.
Squishy casters in the middle.
So you begin marching down the road, and it takes all but 10 minutes for your adrenaline to kind of calm down, and you notice that there's no sound. It's eerily quiet. There's no crickets, no birds, no wind rustling the leaves. It's just dead silent as you march through this road. The only sound you can hear that's kind of amplified
I don't like it.
because there's no sound anywhere around is the sound of your footsteps on the gravel.
When Ivan notices this, he's gonna stop.
Shiloh bumps into him.
Echo bumps into Shiloh.
Vex, do you bump in or do you notice?
I guess I bump into.
Scooby doing this.
Ivan has the audacity to look back with like the nerve.
holding Barry.
Is there any pebbles on the ground or anything? Small?
It's a gravel road, so there's lots of pebbles. Just
just hucks it up down there.
yeah, it flies out into the fog, and you can't see where it goes. But about 10 seconds later, you can hear the pebble. Tick, 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 tick.
I don't like this.
It is very, very quiet and not natural, and I'm concerned.
Magic.
Definitely magic.
I do not know if it is good to continue to go forward or if we should perhaps stop, but I do not like this magic.
I don't know if we should stop. I think it'd be worse if we stopped.
Go forward.
Yeah, I want to keep going.
Yeah.
Get out. Go forward.
Yes, go forward.
Yes. Ivan, would you like me to take the front?
Absolutely not. No.
I'm strong.
Yes, you are. But I will be the first one to be hit. You make sure that you get revenge for me. He pulls out one of his hand axes, continues forward.
I'm sorry, I just spilled my coffee because I was laughing. Okay, there we go. I think it's stuck in my... There we go. All right.
Oh my.
So you continue down the road, the only sound being your footsteps in the gravel road, for about an hour before the fog begins to clear and lift. And you can start to see further and further out into the distance. So it's not like the fog is leaving, but it's getting thinner, and you can see further out.
Was there any trail, besides the trail that we were on, like the gravel road, were there any tracks, or is it like gravel, like it's...
It's gravel, like loose stone,
Okay,
dry dirt. You can probably see, as you're looking at the ground, there's like caravan tracks that look like they've, it's a well-used road. But then as you're traveling down there, you start to see less and less of that.
Okay.
And as the fog... Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
As the fog begins to thin, the trees that you left behind that were like oak and maple are now nothing but pine and evergreen. And you continue down the road as the fog lifts and clears out completely. You approach this clearing to your left that has a road that branches up, and you can see the road continues on to the east, but it also kind of curves around, and you can see a gated, like stone-walled village to the north.
I found it, you guys.
I'm proud of you, Ivan. Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Do we see our horses and or carts?
You have not seen them yet.
Sarah Loon.
I don't know what Sarah Loon looks like.
We could go and ask.
Let's do that.
So, are you heading to the left to go north then?
Yep, to the city.
Okay. As you come up to the crossroad, you see a signpost in the, would that be the eastern? Yes, eastern edge of the road. And it points north, and the sign that's pointed east is broken off, but the sign that points north says Krezk. Capital Krezk. Krezk. I couldn't hear what you said, but I could see your reaction.
I am very familiar.
Can I look for the broken piece of the signpost?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation.
I also tend to have trouble saying the word Krezk.
Natural 20.
Nice. Well, there wasn't going to be anything there, but
You find all the answers now.
you
You know
find
everything.
a piece of splintered wood sticking out of the ground.
Ew.
I pull it out.
It's buried deep. You will
I-
have to spend some time digging.
That's fine. I will do the thing, Joe.
Okay. You're going to spend some time digging.
Are we going to rest here? What are you doing?
Hold your horses.
I did not do that. They are gone.
Hold Barry then.
Can we see like a letter or anything? Like half a word on that?
It seems to have been broken off on the very edge.
On the piece that's stuck in the ground.
Yeah, you can't see anything. You just see like the tip that's sticking out, and she'll be able to dig down, but it's going to take probably about 10 minutes.
That's fine.
I want to help with Mage Hand.
My manicured nails.
I'm so confused, just sitting down on a rock, letting Kodak just do whatever, and just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I can help with Mage Hand. That's about all I got.
Okay, that'll cut it down to about 7 minutes of digging.
Awesome.
So, Vex, what are you doing for 7 minutes? You're muted, I'm sorry.
Being sane.
I said making more poison. What else?
Kind of sitting
I'm
there.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just keeping an eye out, just to make sure.
Okay.
What time of day is it now?
It's very gray. You can't really because the cloud cover is completely there's really no sense of where the sun is. There's enough light that it's probably sometime during the day, morning, evening. The sun is up, but you can't tell exactly what time it is. It's very gray.
It's definitely day, not night.
Yes. And Ivan, what are you doing while they're digging in the dirt? Anything specific?
Can't say that I am, because I am just bewildered of why we have stopped to dig, but I needed the break because I feel guilty that there are puppies just roaming around out there. Yeah, we're just gonna go on pity party.
All right. So Ivan sits down and begins to have a pity party.
He's
as
sulking.
Shiloh and Echo are digging. Well, Echo's digging with Mage Hand. Shiloh's digging through, and Barry comes up and starts digging and just like uncovers it completely. Just
My good boy.
grabs it in his beak and then looks up and starts to try to take off.
I like jump on him, like to stop him.
I need you to roll a strength check to see if you can wrestle it away from him.
That's a negative on my side, but
I believe in you.
Can I assist with Mage Hand?
You can, yes.
That is a 17.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't need my help.
So you're determined. You're bound and determined to get this. You want answers. You want to know. So you just kind of like yank it, and the bottom part of his beak catches and just kind of rips off the bottom part of the splintery thing, and it just kind of crunches in his beak. But you pull it free, and painted on the sign in black lettering is Lake Zarovich.
Oh. Look.
Does it look like that was pointing towards the walled-in village?
No, the one that's pointed towards the walled-in village is Krezik. The one that's pointed to the east, the one that was pointed to the east.
Did we take a wrong turn?
Wrong turn.
I mean, it was very foggy and I did not know where I was going, so perhaps.
Yeah. Because I
Do we have a map?
We probably did, but our cards are gone.
Would I have a map and all my scholarly stuff?
You would have a map of Faerun, yes.
Okay. Pull out the map.
Ivan's gonna go over there and look too.
Trying to figure out.
Yeah. We don't see anything on there.
On the map, there is one single road that leads from Mulhessen to the seaport of Saarloon. There are no towns marked on the map in between, and there is no Lake Zarevich on this map.
Guys,
We're definitely not looking at a seaport.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
so maybe we should just go to the village and ask for directions.
We should, yes. This, perhaps, maybe, as he's looking at the map, we could have maybe veered off at some point over here, but it's not on the map. Therefore, maybe we should be careful when we go to this place.
Sounds like a plan, fearless leader.
You think I'm fearless?
I think you are, yes.
Just walks away with the map.
Follow him with Barry.
Kodak.
Barry Kodak.
Echo follows him because you took my map.
So you head up the road that goes to the north, and it winds around this sharp curve back. It kind of like goes northeast and then cuts back and goes northwest. And at this sharp turn, just north of the sharp turn, there are 2 carts that are overturned. No horses are attached. But
They're not attached?
there are no horses. You don't see any horses anywhere.
Okay, I thought you said the horses were attached. I was
Me
like,
too. How much of the horses is still attached to this thing?
No, there are no horses anywhere. They're not attached. You don't see them anywhere around. Just 2 overturned carts. And a pair of feet stick out from one of the carts.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna go.
He's running over and he's just gonna like try and get him out.
Roll a strength check.
Can I help him?
You can.
I'm not strong, but
That would give Ivandor advantage.
You were not very helpful, but thank you.
ouch.
Strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Or like athletics, that'd be cooler.
Sure, athletics works too.
Oh, that sounds great. That's a whole 18.
All right. It takes you a little bit to kind of push this cart, but you get it up enough to where you can see that the body of the hogtied individual is underneath the cart and squished, and bones are
he real dead.
mangled, and there's no coming back.
Depends on the magic, but
Yeah.
Hey, Ivan.
He's just gonna walk away for a second.
Does this definitely look like death by bludgeoning?
Yeah.
I think it's death by cart rolling over on top of it. Ivan, buddy. This is like kind of justice for the puppies.
It was not a clean kill.
No, it wasn't.
He probably suffered.
I mean, yeah, but the puppies are suffering.
They were not suffering.
Well, he put the owlbear cub in a chest. So
To be fair, you do understand why.
I do understand why, but that's not exactly humane.
Ivan and Shiloh, Vex and Echo are also, you guys are all close together, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You hear the sound of metal and wood scraping. And as you look around, you notice that Barry Kodak is missing. And then out of the overturned cart, out of the back, Barry Kodak pulls in his beak Ivan's shield.
Oh, dude.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, you're a very good.
It's like, Joe, don't take the sweet babe away from us yet.
We already lost
Not
the
yet.
puppies.
Not
And-
yet.
I'm detached from everything
And
now.
Doug.
And Doug. Ugh.
We don't know about Doug.
We're
We don't
taking
know about
shots
Doug yet.
afterwards for Doug, right?
Yeah, always.
So Barry Kodak pulls the shield and drags it across the road over to Ivan, and then just kind of lifts up the beak.
Oh, you are very strong. Very good. Thank you, Kodak. You are very helpful and a good companion.
You see Barry Kodak shift really quickly, and the leg is like kind of pointed in an angle, and he's kind of like a hound, and he's kind of pointing at the back of the cart.
I will go check it out.
All of Ivan's stuff is all over the cart.
Oh no.
Just like I left it.
He didn't actually go through it and like turn it. That's just how Ivan left it.
Anytime Ivan has to, like, Ivan goes through inventory and anything he thinks he doesn't need at the moment, he just drops in one place. So
Oh, for sure. For sure. 100%. That's in the
Kid
way.
in Minecraft or something.
yeah.
That's in the way of what I'm looking for, and then puts it all back in like a child. Okay. Collects all of it. We should probably go check on that sound though, for real. I will be right back.
What sound?
Was that sound not Barry
Oh, that was him.
Kodak
That was him.
finding
Yeah.
I see. We're all on the same page now for a second there. I just clicked. Okay, cool.
You're just like you're embodying Ivan right now. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's Windows like 98.
Oh no.
I'm gonna check the ropes though. Look like they were torn and frayed, like they were pulled off, or were they?
There's a clean cut where you had cut.
I mean, where the horses were.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah,
the
where they
horses
were attached and
yeah.
everything.
Like, did they break off? Did you freaking know?
I feel like that's...
Just wants to lie to you.
I feel like she's always gonna like pop me in the back of the head though.
They are clean cut. The ropes that held the horses and the leather straps are clean cut.
I'm looking for tracks.
Roll I think that's a survival, right? Survival check.
It could be survival investigation. But, 17 natural. 1 second. Survival. 19.
Yeah, you're able to find some horse hoof tracks that go along the road towards the walled city of Krezk.
Are there any people tracks?
What did you roll? A 19?
Yeah. Well, natural 17, but yes.
Yeah, you're able to find a couple. They not as prevalent as the horse tracks, but you can assume that there are probably some fresh, recent footprints as well. They look to be boots, about
What's the
size
fur?
10.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we tell if they're like
Yeah, I was gonna say like
large boots?
yeah, like is it a heavy boot? Like, does the trail go deep? Is this like a big person or is it a shallow one? He's just trying to get as much information off of who or what could have. I mean, they didn't loot anything as far as we know. So hopefully it's a friendly. He says out loud.
Yeah, you're not able to get any specific information about the person wearing the boot, but you can tell it's a size like 10.5 boot.
You guys ever play Witcher? When he's doing the investigations and he's just talking to himself out loud like,
Yes.
not very deep. Can't be more than 230 pounds. The air
Shiloh's
smells
just
fine.
like looking around like, who the hell is he talking to?
It is a big person.
Goes taking notes.
Not this tall. Hey guys, someone was here and they helped the horses. They did not take any of the things.
Somebody got
They
a
must
TV
be
in
a
the
friendly.
background? I'm hearing like,
Somebody have a what?
it sounds like radio chatter or like a TV or something in the background.
Yep, it was you. It was you!
Okay. It sounded like police scanner or something. Like, I don't know what you're watching, but it sounded like
True crime.
yeah, it's like
She's getting notes for
investigation.
I think I heard Ghost Adventures actually.
It's the one with Jack Osborne.
Nice.
Yeah.
That TV.
So,
Sorry about that.
oh, you're fine.
No, it's fine.
There we go. Okay.
So yeah, what are you all doing at this point? I'm sorry, I missed that last part.
Oh, I guess we're heading towards the village.
Okay.
Yeah, Ivan's just telling them about what he's seen
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay.
and collect up my shit.
So you follow the road around and you come up to this 20-foot high wall with 2 ramparts on each side of a massive wooden double door. And that's where we're going to end this session. Welcome to Barovia.
Oh, shit.
This is not where I expected to end up. Not where I expected to end up, but I'm very excited about it.
I'm concerned now. Sweats.
It's okay. Barry Kodak will save us.
I'm
Always.
so sad about what is. I'm so concerned for him. Please, we should find him a babysitter.
They put babysitter.
In
Where is
Barovia?
babysitter?
I mean, Ivan doesn't know any better. Come on, guys.
So thank you for joining us, episode 4. Make sure you tune in next Thursday to find out what Krezek has in store for our wonderful adventurers. I'm going to let everybody say their outros, and then we'll wrap up, and we'll start with Vex this time.
Okay, good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. My dogs are saying good night, too.
It's just Barry.
Barry
It's just
Kodak.
Barry.
Yeah.
When did Barry become a dog?
That's just what Barry
I
Kodak
don't know
sounds
what
like.
an
now.
owlbear
He was
sounds
raised
like.
with wolves. He doesn't know any other sounds.
Good point. Good point.
He's actually
Only
part
Echo has
Kenku instead of owl,
Ah!
Yes.
so he has
Kenku
mimicry.
Bear.
Raven Bear.
There you go.
Raven Bear.
Ivan Door.
Hey guys, I'm Kat, and you can find me on Facebook. I'm taking a little break, so if I ignored everybody, sorry. Not sorry. You can also find me on Coastal Empire DM Guild, where we're all meeting to do really cool things. And we just launched our Savannah Geek Network, so you can also find that online on Facebook.
Nice.
Wash your hands, guys.
Shiloh.
Hi, I'm Shiloh, or Dragonbait, whichever, I don't care. And I'm from 20-Sided Adventures and Roll for Weird, and you can find us on all of the social medias at those 2 podcasts.
All right. And Echo.
Hi, I'm Savannah playing Echo. I am also known for playing Oslo the Kobold on Lawful Stupid. You can find Lawful Stupid on the Instagrams, on the Facebooks, on the Podbeans, on anywhere you can find podcasts. And that dog is going to eat her.
It's Barry!
That's what Ivan looks like 90% of the time.
Because of Barry. But yeah, so you can also find me Lawful Stupid, and we have a Discord. Come hang out.
And I'm your DM, Joseph Timmis. You can find me at thenerdasylum.com. That's where all our stuff is at. So if you're interested in anything we do and you want to join the community, check out thenerdasylum.com. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next week at 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a fantastic evening.
Yeet the stream.
Eat the stream!